What's up guys, Taiki here, and in this video I'll be making a bullish case for Bitcoin on DeFi. If you like the content, please like and subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section below. So let's get started. I wanted to make this video because earlier today I got this email from BlockFi saying that they're going to change their Bitcoin and ETH rates. And my first reaction was, oh no, they're going to lower it, aren't they? And yes, they did. So previously, for any deposit under 2.5 Bitcoin, we earned 6% in yield. But now, you only get 6% for any deposit under 1 Bitcoin. And if you hold more than 1 Bitcoin, you only get 2%, or 0.5% if you're a whale. This obviously hurts because I use BlockFi, love their platform, but seeing my yield go from 6% to 2% doesn't feel so great. And the same happened for ETH as well. I mean, I own less than 100 ETH. I'm not that big of a whale, so I'm unaffected by this. But this just comes to show you that these rates were unsustainable, and over a longer period of time, they're probably gonna go down even more. And the reason this is happening is because recently the GBTC premium went negative, went near zero. And this is important for centralized lending and borrowing companies like BlockFi and Celsius because they arbitrage this for profit to pay the 6% APY. So maybe like in 2020, I give them Bitcoin, they arb this with the GBTC to get a 20% premium, and they paid me 6%, which is a win-win for both me and BlockFi, right? Like we just make 6% APY on an asset that we think is going to go to 6 figures. And the same happened for ETH as well. And I think this is happening because people are speculating that the ETF, a Bitcoin ETF, is going to happen soon in the US. And I think GBTC is actually going to just become a Bitcoin ETF. They're actually hiring ETF managers. So I'm assuming that insiders know that this is going to happen. So the premium is going near zero. And BlockFi and Celsius, there's been a lot of FUD around these companies because they're saying that the GBTC premium is unsustainable. So these rates, 6% APY is unsustainable, and they're taking excessive risks. Don't use BlockFi, use Celsius or use DeFi. I think this is mostly FUD, but it is concerning to see this type of content thrown around on the internet. So, they used to offer incredible rates because there was a huge ARB opportunity with the GBTC and the ETH premium. But now that the premium is gone, they're most likely going to lower their rates, right? I think Celsius will follow soon. And we expect this. It's okay. I mean, it's all about risk management, right? Like if they can't pay me 6%, then don't pay me 6%, right? I'd rather have them pay me a lower rate than just like have them go under and for me to lose all my assets. But the question is what if we want more? What if you're a Bitcoin holder and you're pissed that they lowered rates and we want higher rates? What happens? Well, the first thing I thought of was how is Bitcoin, what is the status of Bitcoin on DeFi? And as you can see, since early last year, the amount of Bitcoin that's gone on DeFi to earn a yield, to use as collateral, has gone up and to the right. And I'm assuming that, this is my thesis, right? Bitcoin holders with a higher risk tolerance like myself, we're going to start to withdraw some of our Bitcoin from CeFi to DeFi. And obviously this is not going to happen overnight, right? It's not like we're going to see, next month, the amount of Bitcoin on DeFi double, right? I feel like 99% of people that own Bitcoin are not comfortable putting it on DeFi. But I think over time, as people become more comfortable, this transition is going to happen. And I think the amount of Bitcoin on DeFi, on ETH, is going to go up. And wrapped Bitcoin is already the 3rd largest asset in DeFi. There's almost $8 billion. So this transition has already started. I think it's only going to continue. And one of the projects I'm bullish on in the long term is Badger, because their ethos is bring Bitcoin to DeFi. And they say, I don't like this tribalism of Bitcoin versus ETH. Why can't we bring Bitcoin on ETH and everyone can win together? And on Badger, people can enjoy a 10% to 20% APY on their Bitcoin, which, is pretty good. And maybe people that used to have their assets on BlockFi earning 6% didn't want to go through the trouble to, earn 10% more on DeFi and take the risks. But now that there's only 2%, maybe some of the people with a higher risk tolerance is going to put their Bitcoin on Badger. And BlockFi and Badger have really, really similar business models because with BlockFi, you can deposit Bitcoin, earn a yield of 2 to 6%, and you can use your Bitcoin as collateral to borrow USD. Similarly, Badger DAO, you can deposit Bitcoin and earn a higher yield because you're taking on more risk, And you can actually use your assets as collateral to borrow CLA, which is a stable coin. I don't know too much about CLA. It's still being worked out, so I can't say for sure like how exactly this will happen. But you can see that Badger DAO is this kind of BlockFi on DeFi, and that's my investment thesis for Badger DAO. And obviously there are other yield aggregators. I know there's so many more and I'm missing some, but things like Vesper, Harvest Finance, YFI, I think these yield aggregators are going to keep accruing value because perhaps we see a surge in Bitcoin on DeFi for the rest of the year. But how does Bitcoin actually get to Ethereum? And that's where two projects come in. First being Ren. So this chart does a really good job explaining how Bitcoin goes on to ETH. Because Bitcoin is not an ERC20 token, so you can't just take your Bitcoin and try to throw it to your MetaMask wallet. It doesn't work. It's actually going to disappear, I think. So what happens is you take your Bitcoin, you put it through the Ren virtual machine, and it'll convert your Bitcoin to Ren BTC. And that Ren BTC is an ERC20 token that you can use on DeFi apps. The same thing is happening. It's like the same case for BoringDAO as well. It's like this virtual machine that converts your Bitcoin to a Bitcoin that you can actually use on Ethereum. And as Bitcoiners search for better yield on DeFi and away from CeFi, it's possible that both BoringDAO and RenVM accrue value because both these platforms, they accrue fees every time like Bitcoin goes through their system. So in summary, with the Bitcoin ETF on the horizon, the premium should converge near zero for GBTC. And without the premium, CeFi is going to struggle to safely get a yield for their clients. And maybe some of their clients might move away from CeFi and into DeFi, right? And if this happens, like I think it will, I think it's going to be very bullish for yield aggregators, and especially Ren and BoringDAO. So that's the summary. If you like the content, please like and subscribe and let me know what your thoughts are. And please join the Discord group, Discord community. I'm trying to build out a community and I'm trying to talk to as many people as I can to learn more about the space. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.